Steve Moore is FreedomWorks economist, a former Trump advisor. Robert Wolf is a former economic advisor to President Obama, founder and CEO of 32 Advisors, and a Fox News contributor and friend of Bill Murray's. Still have it in my head. No, good stuff. Robert, I'll start with you first. We just had the White House briefing. We were listening to what was happening in that room. I'll turn to you here. Big question was, why meet separately? Why are the moderates and the progressives? Why are they having two separate? Don't we need to get them? Doesn't the White House need to get them together?
The answer is yes. It's time to come together. It's time to pass a bill. They should pass the infrastructure bill yesterday. And if they don't pass the bill, this is just really not good for the president. It's not good for the country. Everyone wants the infrastructure bill passed from this aspect of unions, of left, right, center, and God, we need it. This country right now.
You say everyone, and Steve, we know there's bipartisan support for the infrastructure bill, and we heard from Biden's transportation secretary, Pete Buttigieg, it would solve a lot of the problems that we're having for the supply chain crisis. So why are we still talking about tying these two together?
Well, I hate that bill, too. It's really a green energy bill. Robert, only about $1 out of every $5 is for roads and bridges and airports and the kind of real infrastructure we need. It's mostly just, subsidies for Tesla and windmills and solar panels. But I think the bigger issue here, Sandra, is we have a real crisis now with inflation. The wage data just came out, showed wages up 1%, but inflation up by 5% over the last 12 months. Workers are seeing their paycheck shrink because of this inflation. And the worst thing you could possibly do right now, given the fact that we have so much money sloshing around and the prices rising for everything from groceries to gas, which I predict is going to go up to $5 a gallon all over the country,
almost there,
is to pass another $4 to $5 trillion debt bill. I mean, it just makes no sense to me why we would pour gasoline on a forest fire.
Even the Hill has been talking about the Democratic Civil War hitting new heights, Robert. I mean, you're in the middle of this. You're a Democrat, but you're also a business guy, and you're a capitalist. So what we're seeing right now is the Democrats, the far left, going after the moderate Democrats. This is squad member Jamal Bowman ripping into Joe Manchin on his economic views. Watch this.
Joe Manchin and others like him have a certain perspective that I think is incorrect. He thinks investing in a bottom-up economy is entitlement. When you put money in people's pockets, they spend that money. It creates demand, which creates supply, which creates jobs. We have to make sure we're putting money in people's pockets.
So, Robert, we can put up on the screen here the list of progressives that are meeting with the president. That's happening 15 minutes from now at the White House, 2 o'clock Eastern time. And then the list of moderates that are meeting with Biden at the White House, 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. Does it help to have the far left going at members of your own party in the way that they have been so publicly for weeks now?
It doesn't. It doesn't help that the far left of the progressive movement is hitting Manchin and Sinema when you need those 50 votes. And me as a Democrat, I'm glad we have Manchin and Sinema as a senator of Arizona and West Virginia, purple states and a red state, because that's how we got to the majority. So I think it's the wrong approach, and it's why we're at a stalemate. I'm just hoping President Biden can get it done. I also have to say to Steve, your math's way off on the climate aspect. You should relook at the bill. The climate's mainly on reconciliation. It's not on the EV and batteries. It's for rural counties. It's for a lot more than you think, ports. I just think you should relook at the
Steve, I'll give you 30 seconds to respond.
All right. Well, it's all mass transit. It's all stuff like green energy. But here's the key point.
Right.
We have rising inflation. We have a problem at the ports. We have a problem in transportation. And you know what this administration needs, Sandra, is somebody like Robert Wolf who knows how to run something. I have great respect for what Robert did at UBS, but there's nobody who knows how to run anything in this administration. They're all just a bunch of politicians and lawyers. So you need to be in that administration and have them be pro-business, because you're my favorite pro-business.
Hold on, Robert, I literally have 10 seconds left, but I'll ask you another question that they were asking Jen Psaki in the briefing room just a moment ago. Are they going to get something done to get day? She touted progress will be made, but are they going to come up with definitive progress?
They have to have the infrastructure bill done before month end. Otherwise, it is a cluster, you know what. And I think with respect to reconciliation, they're too far apart to have it done by month end. So they're going to have to untangle them.
I say kill both bills. We don't need them. We need fiscal responsibility and lower taxes.
Larry Kudlow. He'll join us next hour. We have a lot to talk to him about as well. All right. Thanks to both of you, Jordan. Always appreciate the debate. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, John.